Resting silent in an ancient chest lies a delicate artifact. How could fragile silk defend Champa from annihilation?
Welcome back to our active field investigation series. I am exploring the final years of the Champa kingdom.
In part 1, we decoded the royal sword and tiger seal. We discovered a fragile, autonomous state in the south. It was trapped within a complex leopard skin map layout. Land disputes and political pressure were rising daily. The legal borders were constantly under a severe threat. But how did the Cham protect their core identity here? The ultimate answer is not found in military strength. It is hidden inside a deep fortress of extreme faith. Tonight, I decode the final royal treasure chest. A mysterious item is waiting beneath the dark shadows. Let us step further into the sacred inner sanctuary. The light from the oil lamp flickers on old objects. I am stepping closer to inspect another precious artifact. It rests quietly inside this old wooden royal chest. This is an antique silk belt of the Cham royal family. It is clearly identified within archaeological records. I carefully lift the faded fabric with my gloves. I hold the silk belt close to the lamp for analysis. The texture of the ancient weave comes into full view. Observe the intricate crisscross weaving technique here. The organic colors were extracted from native trees here. Red and brown tones represent their connection to earth. This historic item is not a simple clothing accessory. It serves as a key to open their deep spiritual world. This was a secret weapon against complete assimilation. It represents the hidden strength of a proud community. We rely on the excellent research of Professor Po Dharma. His work decoded thousands of royal manuscripts for us.
I confirm a revolutionary thesis for this film. The supreme autonomy of Thuan Than did not rely on swords.
It did not rely on financial profits from rare agarwood. True autonomy was maintained through cultural isolation. Though vassal kings accepted titles from the Wei court, they strictly maintained a unique matrilineal society. This kinship system became their protective backbone. It safely guarded families, lineages, and ancient lands. Land property could only be passed through women lines. This effectively secured the boundaries of local villages. The indigenous women were the true keepers of the flame. They held property rights and family rituals here. They preserved family records inside their stilt homes. Generations of tradition were kept intact by their care. The bloodline stayed pure within the borders of Panduranga. No central decree from Hue could easily break this rule. This kinship created a defense grid across the land. Every village became an independent castle of culture. They did not adapt to the northern customs or laws. Instead, they preserved the sacred ways of the ancestors. This cultural rigidity was a conscious choice for survival. A silent rebellion written in fabric and kinship lines. The silk belt tells us about this spiritual shield, a shield that protected their souls from royal pressure. Now we must look at the next element of this shield. It is the spiritual balance that held the state together, a unique system that can only be found in Panduranga. Let us explore how two religions became a single force. This dual structure is the core mystery of the nation. I carefully place the belt back into the old chest. I prepare to reveal the next historical manuscript. The light catches the fragile texture of the palm leaves. These letters whisper the internal secrets of the court. They tell us about a brotherhood of faith and blood, the bond that stood firm despite the changing times. Let us analyze how this spiritual unity operated well. It was a dynamic balance between two different worlds, a balance that kept the internal peace for decades. No external force could easily divide this solid union. They shared the same destiny beneath the sacred towers. Every ceremony reinforced their collective commitment. This was the hidden armor of the autonomous outpost. Now I point directly to the religious details. Furthermore, I highlight a deep religious harmony. There was a unique coexistence between Cham Ahier and Awal. Brahmanism and Old Islam lived peacefully together here. They shared festivals and respected each other's rituals. No internal conflicts divided their holy community. This spiritual bond created an unbreakable internal block. It was a solid fortress protecting their native language. It kept the traditional Akarthra script from fading. Manuscripts were carefully hidden in secret forest caves. Scholars protected their past from any outside eyes. They completely refused to be culturally broken here. They proudly remained whole amid complex political shifts. The kingdom stood proud despite isolation and pressure. Their collective spirit remained completely untouched. The palm leaves preserve the legal decisions of the kings. They reveal a fully functional local judicial machine. Judges resolved internal matters using ancestral customs. Royal officials from Wei were not allowed to interfere. This kept the autonomy functional at the lowest level. A complete separation of legal worlds within one empire. This was the secret engine of Thuan Thong's survival. They paid their annual tributes to the central capital. But inside the borders, the Cham's soul remained sovereign. A fascinating model of dual governance in world history. I gently closed the ancient palm leaf manuscript. The internal investigation of the temple is finished. Now we must step outside to face the reality of time. The physical artifacts have given us their secrets, but the ultimate fate of the state awaits in the wind. Let us look at the stones that survived the empire. The camera follows my movement toward the open exit. The atmosphere shifts from religious calm to history. The shadows lengthen as we leave the sacred sanctuary. A brief pause before turning the page to what comes next. I step out into the coastal air of Ninh Thuan, a profound shift in both space and emotion. Leaving the sanctuary, I move deeper into the site. I walk into the open air of the surrounding area. I stand directly before the ruins of Po Rome Tower. This monument reflects the fading glory of a nation. The ancient bricks Nyung carry the weight of history. The sunset sky turns into a very dark blood-red colo. A slow, low-angle shot captures my highly symbolic move. I touch my palm against the red brick wall skin. The fine dust on my gloves recalls fragile memories. History is vulnerable to time and brutal political power. Human achievements can disappear so quickly from view. Turning off the handheld flashlight. The landscape sinks into the cold coastal night. This signals a major change in our narrative pace now. My spoken voice becomes deep, filled with dark omen. The red glow of the bricks reflects the burning past, a past built on blood oaths and shared survival struggles. Now everything is shifting as the old leaders pass. The horizon looks dark and heavy with incoming storms. 3 sacred items and a blood oath kept them very safe. Panduranga stood firm for 20 long, peaceful years. This relied on personal trust between old companions. They shared bonds created during times of extreme danger. But personal trust is never a permanent legal structure. It cannot endure across the changing generations here. Friendship fades away when the pioneers leave the world. The dynamic shifts completely as time continues onward. In the tragic year of 1822, everything cracked deep. King Po Dharma officially passed away then. The Cham Chronicles recorded this as a dark omen now. This marked the sudden collapse of a peaceful era. The grand protective tree of autonomy was broken down. The shield of the local community vanished overnight. At the exact same time, Emperor Zha Long passed away. The old political order was lost forever in the empire. The royal dragon throne was passed down to Minh Mang. He was an autocrat driven by complete centralization. A strict scholar following uniform Confucian order. He looked at the map with the desire for total control. He tolerated no autonomous outliers on his empire map. No region could escape his direct imperial control now. New strict decrees with ruthless red ink are signed. A fierce storm is heading straight for Thuan Thong. A life and death struggle is about to begin right here. Clandestine mind games between the courts await us. We will decode these royal secrets in the next part. The tragic final acts of this kingdom are near us. Do you want to continue this active investigation? Please hit the subscribe button to support our film. Turn on the notification bell for the upcoming storm. Share this video with history lovers worldwide now. Leave your thoughts on the leopard skin map below.